So, do you want me to let you know when we're live?
Nah. I reckon we just do like a countdown. We just go like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and just do it,
But we're already live, Finn.
Oh, I didn't even... Apologies if I'm lagging out because I'm downloading a video right now, so that's going to slow me down a bit, guys. Sorry about that.
He's lagging, he's wigging, doesn't even say good day, just goes straight into his issues.
Nah, I said good idea before the fucking show started.
No, the people in chat you tweet.
Oh, yeah, they're all right.
So I'll just say hello to them, hey? G'day, Groovers. Yeah. And we had Lawler lurking before, but I don't know where he's gone. Humanimal, what are you on? Because we want some of that. Can't.
Humanimal's out of it.
We just don't know what's going on there, but keep up the cryptics. Joey Wilson, right on time, waiting for the baseline, and in it came. Yeah, but Finn, I have the fish. Finn has reassembled in another dimension as a crocheted flower poi. What's going on? Oh, no, wait, flower pot. That's funny because backstage we were like, what's she on? Is she wasted?
Must be.
Oh, wait, now she says, promise to listen and not to type. Clearly I'm a hack, not a maestro. It is batshit time, Savannah. Good to see you, Groover.
Is my video lagging, Tori?
Yeah, you are lagging. Humanimal says, everything she types turns to Rapunzel, so she's listening, not typing. Oh, bless Dales. Look, you'll keep us on our toes, and if you say something that really is too much for us to understand, we'll just ignore it.
I'm just going to try restarting tours, see if that fixes it. I'll be back in 2 seconds.
All right, Groover.
All right. Don't start without me.
Oh, bit late for that. Come back shortly, quickly. We'll miss you. And there he is, frozen in time. Hey, here's a chance to take the piss out of his gigantic TV in the background. Have a look at that widescreen. That's one serious gaming TV, right, guys? Can just see Finn sitting back, feet up, playing Frogger on that thing with his buddies. I thought he said he was going to restart. Leah D, hello, Groover, rolling on in. Here come all the beautiful people. We've got a nice little crowd, and we've got Finn frozen in time. It's just me. What I'm going to do, because it really annoys him, is explain what this show's all about for those of you that have come in after the song has played and before we kick off. Oh, by myself. Oh, shit, he's already back. G'day, Groover.
Oh, you've added me in already. I don't even have my video yet.
Well, I'm happy to remove you.
Nah, all good. All good in the hood.
Oh, good, Groover.
There we go. I'm not lagging now.
All right. You just need to... Hey, look, Humanimal says the explanation of batshit is her favourite bit. She misses it.
No, that's what the intro's for. You can just go back and rewatch the intro that Tori made up. Put a lot of work into that, guys.
Do you know every TV show, I've thought about it, that you watch like a game show, they all explain what goes on in the game show at the start, even though millions of the same people tune in every night to watch it.
No. They do. Viewings have dropped 50% in 2 years, Tori. TV is dead.
Well,
if we follow in their footsteps, we end up the same way.
Well, we're not moving in any direction at the moment, so, you know,
Yeah, but that's because YouTube keeps shadow banning us. We can't do much about that one, Tori. We just got to.
No, we know why
and
that
eventually
happened
something
too.
happens.
That's because of words.
Hey, I
that
stopped
you
saying
use to-
retarded. All right.
Fin!
What story you got for us, Tori?
Do you know? Well, I just had to message back to my sister-in-law. Sorry, she's about to do
Okay.
something.
No,
and
you're right.
we're going to
That's all good.
Singapore. And look.
Mm.
And at the beginning and end of every ad break, the
Do you know
TV.
how annoying that is? Oh my god.
Oh, look, Blue's
Oh
arrived.
my
Have you got your period, Fin? And could you say hello to your boy, Blue?
Oh, you
Blue!
my boy Blue. And you're a
Blue,
blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I didn't
Thank
say
you,
it, Tori.
Blue.
Can
I
you
get it. I get love hearts and you don't. All right, so I'm kicking off the show.
Mm. What's she
Well,
trying
here
to
we
call me?
go.
What's the R word? Is that like ranger or something? She's trying to call me a
It's a
ranger?
word.
I'll fight you.
Yeah,
I'm not scared.
we'll go with that because you don't get shadow banned for saying that because YouTube doesn't know what it means.
Give it time. Give it time.
Well, they're not really into that Aussie. It's a very Aussie thing. If you say it in an American chat, people don't. They call it. They go, "Why are you saying ranger?" Like they don't know it at all. Now, how do we feel about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ?
I mean, he's all right, I guess. He saved us all.
What, for a fictitious character? He saved us all.
Oh, I think he did all right for a Muslim Jew. It's a hard life to live. Being hated by two groups of people that are very angry.
It turns out, I know. It turns out he didn't actually have that. I mean, parts of his life, you know, if they were true, were a bit rough. But it turns out he had quite a fun life too. If he's like real, yeah.
How you figure that one, Tori?
There he is. Ta-da! Jesus.
Yeah.
Was a magician.
I don't quite think that's what he was, but all right.
Ta-da! No, he wasn't. This story, I was like, well, if this doesn't belong in batshit, I don't know what does. So I'm over on the story now, not reading chat. Groovers, sit down, take a seat, because you're about to learn something about our Lord and Savior you may not have heard before. JC, was the first person to ever play cricket or baseball, according to historians.
There is no way on earth, if Jesus was real, that he would ever consider playing cricket. No sane, rational person would ever consider that. Ever.
Well, then it might be baseball because not only have historians discovered that JC was their first ball player, but he used to use his magic skill of running and walking on water to chase after the balls. That was true. But yeah, so this is a bizarre claim that's occurred. A manuscript from a previously unseen gospel has been unearthed, and it's the cricket diaries.
Oh my God.
He used his walking on water skills to chase the ball. One said the Son of God wielded a bat nearly 2,000 years before the game was actually thought to have been invented. And no matter how strange these claims seem to be, details of the Second Coming's cricket days as a child have been found in a previously unseen gospel.
Oh yeah, is that right? According to historians Tom Holland. Now, Tom Holland, if you don't know, is the new Spider-Man. So I don't think the Spider-Man has enough credibility to say this kind of shit. Don't be taking advice from Spider-Man, I think.
Dominic Sandbrook and John Houghton, they got together and they spoke. And Holland went on to say, do you know who it was? It's a big name. It's Jesus, the first recorded player of the game. So, I mean, here's a picture of our Lord and Savior stabbing a cloud with a spear.
No, I think he's ascending ascending.
Oh, wait a minute. What is that? That's actually, is not his spear pointed directly into the head of this person down here? What's going on? This is a brutal photo. Painting. But look, it says they found this manuscript. Of course they did, because got unknown, unseen gospels just rock up all the time.
Yeah, they magically appear all the time, Tori.
Willy-nilly. And it was, a really early gospel talking about the infancy of Jesus. So not only was he the first cricketer, but he was also the first cricketer when he was 2. And he, in the gospel, Jesus is described as playing something faintly similar to cricket, i.e. people throwing balls and he's hitting it. And the catch is Jesus, when he chases the ball, can run onto the sea. That's one hell of a party trick.
Now, if he could walk on water, could he swim on land?
Everyone can swim on land.
You'd have to be in the land. You'd have to be in the land swimming.
Oh, like cutting through the soil with your arms.
Yeah. Well, you could walk on water, Tori. Come on now.
Now, as it turns out, in this unknown gospel, they also found a photo of JC there at the stumps with his helmet and bat.
Is that him?
Yeah.
There you go. He is real. I told you.
That photo was in the unseen gospel.
He looks a bit white for an Arabic Jew, though. Just saying.
Look, it's just a representation. They photoshopped him. But listen to this. Jesus would take boys to the seashore, and carrying the playing ball and the club, he would go over the waves of the sea as though he was playing on a frozen surface, hitting the playing ball. And watching him, the boys would scream and say, "Watch the child Jesus, what he does over the waves of the sea." Many would gather there, watching him, would be amazed.
Yeah, well, that would be pretty amazing.
It would be unbelievable. So there you go. Jesus, our Lord and Saviour. Ta-da! First person to ever play cricket.
And there's
pipe and
on this
smoke it.
A little side note here. There was the Vatican owns a heap of missing publications about his teenage years, because you never hear about his teenage years. It's kind of like he was born, and then 30 years later he appears as the prophet.
But this is why this new one is amazing, because it talks about him as a wee tacker. So I'm going to call this. Oh yeah,
I was going to finish the story. The Vatican, they bought up all these. They bought every copy of it, so you can't find it anymore. They've got all of them, but it was like stories of him as a teenager, and he like. There's a lot of stories. Like, it's not obviously interpreted.
Well, they didn't destroy this one that was floating around in Armenia.
But he would go around, and when like people would tease him or be mean to him or whatever, he would literally just poof them and make them disappear, just like burn them from inside out. And there's like all these horrific documents of like him just massacring people who are like slightly mean to him. So the Vatican just bought up like all of them so that doesn't exist anymore. Well, they've probably got them somewhere, but yeah, I thought that was pretty funny. Just nobody
likes to hear about a Messiah being bullied.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it doesn't play well, does it?
Savannah wants to know, what did they use for a ball? Grapefruit. Blue says apples. Humanimal.
He would have just manifested one. Come on,
fucking blasphemy, says Humanimal. We're going straight to hell, according to Humanimal. Look out.
Are we?
Swim on land like Minecraft. Exactly. He was out for a duck, says Lawler.
We're all going to heaven. He forgave us all. It's already done. That was like 2,000 years
on
ago.
for something. Jesus was a long-haired lad. He was the OG mullet man. But I'm going to call that.
No, I will never imagine that.
I'm going to say, take your ball and batshit bat and go home, Jesus.
What do we want first from me, Tori? Do we want a video or do we want an article?
Well, tell me I haven't set the bar pretty high already for this episode.
It's quite high, but I can raise it.
Oh,
I
here
can
we
raise
go.
it, Tori.
You see my Messiah story.
Mm.
Well then,
I can raise you. What do we want?
Yeah.
Article or video? What's
Finn,
better?
it's entirely up to you.
I'm letting you pick, Tori. What would you like?
No. Fast show's a good show. Let's go with the article.
All right, that's what I was going to pick anyway. So here we go. Let me share
My
the screen.
opinion meant fuck all anyway.
Here we go, Tori. Did you know that because you're white, you're causing global warming? Check this one out.
Because we're white.
Because you're white, you're causing global warming.
Me?
Chuck
Is
that
it
up on
white
screen.
women? I'm putting it
No,
up.
right. Are white people bad for the environment?
Look, we're bad for fucking everything.
warming.
It's an established fact. So, of course, yes. Yes, of course we are.
It's our fault, Tori. Us damn white people are causing global warming.
Yeah. White people fart more, according to Savannah. Is that why?
This is one of the stupidest articles I've ever read.
Are you able to expand that a bit? Or otherwise you're going to have to read. Yeah, see, I can do it with my hand on my screen. That's perfect.
Oh my God. It is ridiculous. If you look.
Oh, so we've got the high carbon footprint.
Well, I mean, what do you think's going to happen? Apart from all the other ones. Oh, wow. The answer is complicated. White people are, of course, not a monolith. Oh, well, there you go. That's good to know, Tori. That's good. No, we're just the same as everyone else. But we're not. We're causing climate change. And one end of the spectrum, you have your white mega billionaires. A mega billionaire. Have you heard that term before?
No, but I think Oprah Winfrey might be a mega billionaire, and she ain't white.
I don't know. She's just a normal billionaire, isn't she?
Look, I don't know. I'm just trying to make a point that there's a lot of wealthy people at the top of the wealth pile that are not white.
Yeah.
But anyway, continue on.
She's got 3.5 billion, so she's at the lower end.
I'd call that mega. Yeah, well, I'd call it multi.
Mega's got to be 50 or plus.
Well, she's definitely a multi. It doesn't really matter. It was just a point I was making that there are rich black people and yellow and pink and polka dot. But I want to know why are they blaming white people? I mean, I think Savannah's got the most obvious explanation. So far, this article has offered nothing. Just having a go at the wealthy white people. Why are we the fuckers?
Because we're white, Tori. It's our fault for being born white.
But, no, come on, it's a bit complicated, but I'm waiting to hear why. All right, here we go. Yeah, so we've got the poor white people,
Mm-hmm. At the other end, you have the poor white population of, say, parts of West Virginia, whose bodies and hometowns have been completely decimated by the fossil fuel industry. The gap between these two groups might lead an uncritical observer to exclaim, aha, this proves race is just a proxy for class in this environmental equation. Not exactly. And then it kind of goes on and basically says everyone who's born white of Western European descent is causing it because if we go back up to the title again, I know better. So because of this mentality that we have, we're causing climate change, Tori. We are the sole people responsible for climate change because we know better. That's the thought process in this fucking article. How good is that?
It's well, shit, really. Jesus Christ.
It's a good thing this website Grist, which I've never even fucking heard of.
No, it's Grist.
Grist, is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Who knows? Who cares?
But there you go, letting you know. That's the most pointless article ever because I still don't understand. Like, they've pointed out that there are filthy rich white people, and they've also pointed out that there are incredibly poor white people whose bodies have been destroyed by fossil fuels. And
but it comes from what the article's saying is it comes from our lineage of this mentality that we have that we know better than other races.
But this is bullshit because I mean,
obviously it's bullshit. You don't need to state that. It's inherently obvious. That's bullshit.
I mean, people are responsible for global warming. And the colours are relevant. I mean, there's still mountains of shit washed up onto the shores of Hawaii from China. Like the incredible amount of plastics and like those little things that you clean your teeth with. What are they called? Little plixers?
Oh, toothpicks.
Like plixers. They're plastic, and they've often got a little bit of string.
Oh yeah.
And sometimes they've got a little brush. Yeah. Hundreds upon thousands, and you put your hand in the sand and pick up the sand. And it's got millions of tiny little pieces of plastic. And you see these huge ships just floating off China and just disappearing out to sea and then miraculously coming back with no litter on board. It's just insane. So that article, I don't even know what's a word that means batshit that rhymes with grist. Take your hand off. Stop moving your wrist, grist. What a stupid article. I mean, you could seriously write in millions of articles about why human beings fucked up the planet, and race never comes into it. Okay.
White mega billionaire Elon Musk. Yeah, he'd be a mega billionaire for sure.
Well, Shaquille O'Neal.
Do you want to name it white people back?
Shaquille O'Neal's a mega billionaire, and he ain't white. Have a look at what the Chinese. Well, look at what the Chinese president's worth then. I'm just saying, that's such a weird. What do you want to call this story? My brain is officially
white people bad.
White people bad. Okay. White people bad. That's a ridiculous.
Oh no, Shaq's only worth 400 million. He's not even a billionaire. What a loser.
What a loser. But what a dumb article, grist. You need to.
Fuck Earth.
I mean, I know better was what all the people who polluted the planet thought, and I don't think race, colour, or even bank balance has anything to do with it. We had a beautiful, pristine planet. We fucked it, and the end. All right. Are you ready for our weekly?
It's not over
yet. Are you ready? No. The end in terms of who caused it. That's where the end is. No, there's many new chapters, but as far as the creation story. All right. Are you ready for the work candidate of the week?
Yeah.
It's the weekly wokey.
I'm going to try and compete with you with my next video.
All right. Well, I feel bad because I don't ever want to just, be laughing at people for the sake of laughing at people. But
I'll do it for you.
This whole woke thing, it's impossible to see the latest wokey of the week because they just keep outdoing the previous week. And then if you throw Ben Shapiro into the mix reacting to it, it just adds. But really, Ben's reaction on this occasion, it's almost at the point that I don't think he even has any words left. But this latest wokey of the week, I think has taken it and raised the bar again to a completely new level. And I'm curious now to see what happens next week. So here we go.
No, wait till you see the video. I'll show you.
You must worship yourself.
But I'm the best.
I have questions just about, decision making. I have questions about what happens when you have a cold, but you have a giant hole.
Oh, wait a minute. Just let me refresh.
Yeah,
here we go.
People ask me the same questions over and over again. My name's Farah. I am a trans woman as well as an intersex woman. My pronouns are she, her, they, them, or your grace. My eyes are tattooed. My nose is a piercing. I identify as a threat, a nightmare, and a goddess, so please bow down to me. I do not believe in God. I don't worship the devil, but yes, I am a Satanist, which means I am my own God and I worship myself. Thank you. Have a good day.
The last part's true. To do this, you really must worship yourself.
But I'm the best.
I have questions just about, decision making. I have questions about what happens when you have a cold, but you have a giant hole that you have put in the side of your nose with apparently some sort of heart hole punch. I have many questions. None of them are honestly, I'm not sure I want to hear the answers. I mostly just want to bury my head under a pillow and scream, I think.
I'm just going to post this every time people ask me the same
So,
question.
a few questions,
My name is
right?
Sarah. I am a trans woman, as well as an intersex woman.
So, intersex, I don't even know what that one is, right? I don't know.
Well, what's a
My
woman?
pronouns are
Tori?
she, her.
Pronouns, she, her, they, them, or your grace.
What an
Right.
egotistical asshole.
This is
And
what
your
this
grace.
is the whole point. And I was talking to my neighbours about it today. We had a beautiful day and went to a winery and had lunch, and it was just delightful. But we chatted about this very topic, and it's like it's got to the point where at the end of the day, we're all just like, we don't care because we have not been raised to spend this much time thinking about ourselves. We're the generation of think of others before yourself. So the fact that there are human beings on the planet that have all this time to invest in working out who the fuck they think they are and then expecting the rest of the world to use the right pronouns, even though we don't know what they are. I mean, the pronouns, she heard. What? Like, I don't even, and I thought it was she, her, but when I replayed it, it said she heard. Like, it's like, what the hell?
Could that just be an error in the closed captions?
No, but it sounds like she says that too. But look, even if it is she, her, right? So then you've got she, her. So if I use she, but on that particular day, they'd prefer to use they, them, because that's another pronoun, or maybe your grace. And then I love in the middle of this sentence, her eyes are tattooed, gets thrown in. But then
They, them, or your grace. My eyes are tattooed. My nose is a piercing. I identify as a threat, a nightmare, and a goddess.
She identifies as a threat, a nightmare, and a goddess.
Off tap. That's nuts.
It's like their self-analysis is so intense and down to the finest detail. I identify as a threat, a nightmare, and a goddess. Okay.
So please bow down to me.
Please bow down.
I do not believe in God. I don't worship the devil. But yes, I am a Satanist, which means I am my own God and I worship myself.
Well, then you just worship yourself and we'll all just get on with life. What's your name? Because I'll call you by that.
What's an intersex story?
Did you Google it?
No.
No, okay.
I don't want to interrupt my Google.
I just can't. And I'm so glad I'm in the second half of my life because I can't handle imagining 80 years on this planet with a whole lot of wokies and just being constantly yelled at for not getting anything that matters to them right, while I've got millions of things that matter to me that I never impose on any human being I encounter. They're things that matter to me, the end.
Yeah.
But intersex people are individuals born with any of sexual characteristics, including chromosome patterns, gonads, or genitals. Now I'm already fucking confused. All right.
So what's a woman then?
Intersex people are individuals born with any of several sex characteristics, including chromosome patterns, gonads, or genitals that, according to the Office of the UN High Commission for Human Rights, do not fit typical binary notions of male or female bodies. But does she identify?
Yes.
Yeah, wait. Does she identify as intersex only, or is she actually intersex?
No, she's identifying, or he's identifying as.
And see, it was she, her, they, them, or.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Goddess. Yeah, exactly. It's just, I can't. What's everyone in chat? How's everyone feeling in chat?
He's also identifying as a woman, which is like, well, what is that then as well? You know?
No. The pronouns, you might imply that, but no, she identifies as a threat, a nightmare, or a goddess.
But before that, he also says a woman and an intersex.
Trans woman, yes.
Yeah. So what's a woman then?
I'd be like, what's your name? Chloe?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
All right. Well, I wouldn't even say that. I'd just go like, holy fuck, are you okay? I'd probably do that as a reaction.
It's just weird because a friend of mine too pointed out that when you're actually in a normal conversation, like just a standard conversation with a person, it's very rare that you use pronouns anyway.
Oh, it never comes in. We had this discussion on here. It never comes in.
We did. So it's sort of, what's your name? How you doing? I'm not bowing down to you because you're not my goddess.
Well, I bow to no one, so
no, but
I don't bow. Fuck off. How's that sound?
She's identified by others as nuts, and then the hole punch, love hard, and
yes,
nostril.
You're gonna get us banned, you animal. What are you doing?
Yeah, no, and there's other comments that I'm actually not responding to because they will get us banned. I try to do these. I try to do them tactfully, but that was Wokey of the week.
And now, are you ready to have it topped? This is the question.
I think take people as you find them, but these new people are bringing way too many things with them for us to have to get our heads around. It's too much.
It's
I
a
just
lot.
want to just be, just live your life and just be. All right.
Are you ready for this, Tori?
Yeah, I reckon the hole punch in the nose would have hurt like hell. All right, Finn, what have you got?
All right.
Oh, my goodness me. Whoa. That's a teacher? Whoa.
This is a male teacher. Are you ready? Here we go.
Looks like Molly Go Lightly.
How's the music? What the fuck? Look at that face. Would you say that's a male or a female?
Well, it looks like Molly Go Lightly, who's a YouTuber, some of the people in chat know.
That is a male that has worn that into school. What the fuck? If I was one of those parents, I would be down there immediately making sure this person was never allowed back into that school ever again. Are you fucking kidding me?
But I want to know more. I mean, what's the point of this?
What's that, sorry?
I want to know more. Like, is this teacher doing this to be edgy or to encourage acceptance, or what's the motive?
I think it's a mental illness. I would say it's a mental illness. But let's keep watching.
Yeah, okay.
Because it's fucked up. Look at it. Imagine that teaching your kids to it. Genuinely mental. I mean, just out of control. Absolutely.
Savannah thinks that he lost a bet. Well, there was no article with that at all. It was just it.
That was the video. Yeah, it was the video. There's no articles with videos, Tori. Come on now.
Well, I didn't know what that red Ux. It looked like you were sharing a bloody red tube video.
So there's that. So that's what teachers are doing these days, Tori. Jesus Christ. Whoa. You couldn't lose a bet. That couldn't be a lost bet. There is no, you'd lose your job. You would lose your job. There's no way you could do that. That's a straight up mental illness, that one.
But we don't, well, look, who knows? I mean, I don't understand.
I can tell you pretty confidently that's a mental illness.
I want to call that Molly Go Lightly takes woodwork lessons.
That is a fully grown adult making that decision to wear that. I don't even know if you can call it wear. But
well, I know, and that's what I want to know. Like, is that how they're now identifying? I mean, this
I would
is
assume
a problem.
that's what they're going to say. That's what they're going to say. That's what they're going to say. but no, that is a mental.
This is such a problem because we're now like, you have to work out all the possible boxes that need to be ticked and then use all the right language. And if you don't, Savannah's convinced it was some kind of... No, I don't think we should have to, because I would never impose that sort of time on people to spend thinking about me and protecting me and my feels and getting everything right. But we just, this is the way the world's going. We're just looking at these people going, why? And it's best to just be like,
gone into work thinking
hey, speaking of why, looks like Joe Biden.
I've got a Joe Biden story in it here tonight. You guys,
how you doing? Why?
Welcome.
That was just,
Was that bonkers or what? That was.
I still think it didn't out bonker the one. The teacher in Australia that we had, that story you had a few weeks ago. That's still, I reckon, the worst. Hey,
the cat one where the student was the cat.
No, not the cat one. No, a few weeks before that, the teacher in Melbourne and the homework, the inappropriate homework.
Oh yeah, that was one of our members of parliament reading that out. But we didn't actually get to see the teacher.
No, but the story was about a teacher, right?
Oh. Sending home the homework. Yeah, that was fucked up.
Yeah.
Ask your dad about orgasms.
Yeah.
Male orgasms. How about fuck you? How does that sound?
Yeah, well, that was very if you're gonna wear fake boobs, go big or go home.
I mean, it's not a bad point. It's not a bad point. But it is like imagine being like an adult, which I'm assuming we all are. And you buy these things, which where the fuck do you do that from? But then you go ahead and make the actual conscious decision to wear that into school, thinking that you're going to get away with doing that. You've got to have something loose. You have to have something loose. There's no way you can get up in the morning, shower, brush your teeth, eat breakfast, put those on, hop in your car, drive to work for half an hour with those things on, go into work a full day of school, probably meet all the kids first, meet all the teachers in the morning first, have your little meetings, and then go and teach school. Like, you've got something going on. There's, without a doubt, something going on there. Fucked up.
Well, I'm still kind of stumped at how much they look like Molly Golightly, but that's only something that other people in chat are aware of Molly. Although Molly has featured in Batshit very early on in the piece. It was a YouTuber back in the day when I used to show lots of weird YouTubers doing weird shit. Molly was one of them. All right, completely new topic. We're moving on from the wokies. All right, this story. Woman 19 has given birth to twins fathered by two different men this week.
That's just impressive. I don't even know you can do that.
Well, it's a case of bow chicka bow, let's have a threesome. Two eggs floating around in her uterus. Gives birth to the twins, and a DNA test discovers that the dads are different. So, extremely rare apparently. I mean, well,
that's just gross.
It's not these two. These are another set of twins that freak people out because one's clearly white and one's not. But hang on. Yes.
I'm pretty shocked, really. People will stop you anyway when they see you've got a double pram because everyone just sees twins. And then when they know
because it just automatically starts. I can't really do much about it. It's a stupid bloody website. So a young woman who had sex with two men on the same day has given birth to twin boys with different dads. So she's in Portugal. She's believed to be the only the 20th known case of heteropaternal superfecundation in the world, where two eggs are fertilized by sperm from different men.
Damn.
So she had the paternity test, and it came back that he was the father of one, but not to other. Extremely rare. Well, I mean, is it extremely rare that women admit to conceiving twins whilst or are following a threesome or more? I mean, that could be why it's so rare. There they are. They've had their little faces blurred out to protect their identity. But they're healthy little boys. And yeah, so there's two ways this can happen. The first is if a woman has sex with two different men prior to her ovulation, and the sperm are just, hanging around in the fallopian tubes when two eggs get released. Or if you have sex with two different men after ovulating and the sperm just bang straight to the eggs, they go. Apparently,
I love
this
how
is
Savannah just comments, it is possible. Like she's an expert on this subject. There you go.
Yeah,
Thanks,
it is
Savannah.
possible. I mean, it happened. What did they say, though? It's only 1 in a million, which isn't that
Well,
rare,
it has to be
really.
rarer than that. They said 20 cases.
Yeah, I know. Look, who knows who
I think that's just the
counted them.
saying 1 in a million. I don't think that's the
Could be 1 in a million. But in any event, look, it does happen. And apparently it happens really frequently, and it's common with other animals like dogs, cats, and cows, the idea of producing multiple offspring. But because we generally don't need to have babies all at once, humans, it doesn't happen as much. But it can happen. So, yeah, she had sex with two different men on the same night. And it says here, too, sex doesn't actually have to occur on the same day for this to happen. You could have some sperm hanging around in your reproductive tract for a few days. A few days. But what do you mean gross? The boys are now 8 months old.
Well, someone else's stuff. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Yeah, it was a little virtual milkshake of goodness.
No, that's fucked.
But one of the fathers has taken on responsibility for both of the boys and has actually been officially named as the dad on both of the birth certificates, and he gives her all the support she needs. But yeah,
damn, that is bonkers.
It is bonkers. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's that story. I'd be like, when you're next embroiled in a threesome and you don't want to end up with twins or triplets with different dads, use some fucking protection.
Yeah, it's going to be a good story for the kids when they're older.
But I know, but the kids, I mean, from all intents and purposes from that story, the mum's happy. The dad that's raising both of the babies is his own. The babies are happy. Like, it's a happy story, but it's kind of batshit.
We'll see how it goes. What's that about chickens and eggs? You're not meant to count them or something?
The sperm race. Finn is worried. Finn's going, oh, my God. Better take extra precautions.
Am I worried? All right.
Well, someone in chat thinks you are, Finn.
Yeah, that's
Finn is worried now. But yes, a happy rainbow. She must be, good point, and she is Brazilian, so she could well be Catholic. What do we call that? That's the twins with different daddies. Who's your baby daddy? That's what I'm going to call that one.
Who's the baby daddy? That's a good one.
Who's your baby daddy? What have you got, Finn? Top that one.
Oh, there's a Joe Biden story. You ready for this one?
Oh, you mentioned Joe was coming up. Here we go.
Joe Biden is a fossil. 328 million year old vampire squid named after the president. So it turns out, Tori, scientists have a sense of humor. A newly discovered fossilized vampire squid has been named after the US President Joe Biden, a team of paleontologists has announced.
Wait a minute though. I think it's batshit that something called a vampire squid even existed. What the fuck is a vampire squid?
Oh yeah. Vampire squids are very well known. But
have you got a photo of it coming up?
There's one of the fossil, yeah. I'm sure we can Google it after.
No, you Google in the middle of my stories. I'm Googling in the middle of yours.
Yeah.
Listen to you. You Google stuff during my stuff all the time, and you just went, oh my God, because I'm doing it in yours?
No.
Why?
No, go for it. No, I'm not saying that. I didn't say that at all. Go for it.
You said, oh my God. Oh, they're quite pretty.
Yeah, go on, share it.
Tell me about Joe Biden.
No,
Tell
share
me
it
about
for
Joe
all
Biden. No, I'm not going to interrupt your story like you do mine. I want to hear more about Joe Biden, the fossil. Is that what it's actually called?
Yeah, so the Psilocybe, I don't know how to pronounce that one, Bideni, which has been described as an incredibly rare fossil, was first dug up in Montana and then donated to the Royal Museum in Canada in 1988. However, it proceeded to sit untouched in a drawer for decades until scientists pulled it out for closer look. Speaking to the New York Times, Christopher Whalen, a paleontologist from New York's American Museum of Natural History, said that he first noticed the squid's preserved arms and saw small suckers on the rock. Anyway, it just goes on to talk about the fossil a bit more. But
there were so many double entendres.
Oh,
that story had so many double entendres. Pulled it out, small suckers.
Yeah. So now, so because the scientists must think for some weird reason that Joe Biden is a vampire squid, they have decided to name this vampire squid after Joe Biden for unknown similarities there.
That's seriously cool.
That
is so funny. But can I show you? I found a picture too. They're really cool, Groover.
Give us a geese.
I don't know why the heading calls it this, so it's a bit harsh. Here we go. The vampire squid from hell. See, look, Savannah wanted to know if there's a picture of the squid, but check him out.
Oh yeah, that's got to be a modern day one. This one looks way different to that.
That's cute.
Cool. Well, it's something.
It's something. He looks like a little. He's sort of like the Pope with his little hat on and his little gown.
He's got weird. They look like weird ears. They must be like his flippers or whatever, fins, whatever.
But yeah, their name literally means the vampire squid from hell.
Yeah. And now Joe Biden is one of them.
They're only little tiny bumps, and now Joe Biden's one of them. But he's actually a fossil of one of those little fuckers. So
yeah. So he's an ancient vampire squid. There you go. Joe Biden is an ancient vampire squid.
Mel got her dinner and now a show. Did you have vampire squid for dinner, Mel? The Joe Bideni. It was the Bideni squid. Wasn't it Bideni?
Yeah, Bideni.
The Joe Bideni squid. Well, the Bideni's vampire squid fossil.
Yeah. No, leave out the fossil. Oh, yeah, fossil, yeah, because it's even more of an insult because he's old.
Well, because the very start of that article was Joe Biden is a fossil. That's what cracked me up. Good to have you here, Mel, and someone else rolled in, but they've also rolled straight back out.
No.
Oh no, she didn't have a vampire squid for dinner. Well, lift your game because
next time
we're all going to be eating vampire squid for dinner next. All right, this story warmed the cockles of my heart. I don't actually think it's. Yep, I don't think it's batshit, but it has led to an apology. This is Instagram, and it's not going to let me expand it without the whole screen going completely caca. So, but trust me, you don't really need to get a close-up of this. But there is a little retirement village in a bit of trouble at the moment, and they've had to issue an official apology.
What are you playing?
It's a what?
It sounds like someone's praying. Like a whole.
Quite the opposite. Quite the opposite, Finn. Okay. Although I think there are a lot of people in the room thinking, oh, God, maybe. Yes, so a retirement village in Taiwan has had to issue a public apology after it hired a stripper to give lap dances to seniors.
Yeah, get on him.
Now, these old dudes are fucking loving it.
Oh, fuck
they
yeah.
are having these old dudes. They had events that were cancelled because of COVID, and then they had the flu outbreak. And so the home decided, the Taoyon Veterans Home wanted to lift the elderly residents' spirits and other parts of their bodies to make up for all these events that kept being cancelled. But footage got out, and as a result, there was outrage, and they had to apologise. But just check out the happy faces in the room.
Even she doesn't look too unhappy. She looks pretty into it. Oh,
sorry,
yeah.
Finn?
Oh, yeah. Even she looks into it. Like, you'd
she's
be kind of
40. Like,
yeah,
they've got their money's worth with her. She's letting them play with her titties, and she's having a ball. She's just putting on her usual show. Like she's been booked. She's been one way to give the old guys a heart attack.
Or something else.
Fucking digging it, man. There's more footage. Let's keep watching. There's a few close-ups of faces and stuff too. Look at him. Look at old fella in the background. Old mate. He's fucking digging it. And you've even got over here
the lady chick
that works in the home, like getting a video, to post on their Facebook page. Look at what we did for for the old boys this week. Look at what we've done for them. But yeah, they all look really happy. They're all having a great time. Look at all the comments. And I think it's actually really sad. I think the batshit component of this story is that they had to apologise, because why not give them this? They've had all these events cancelled. She's having a ball. They're loving it. The retirement village chicks filming it and encouraging it. Like, it's a good news story, Finn.
At any point, they can wheel out if they're not happy with it. But they're staying there.
Sorry?
At any point, they can wheel out, but they're all staying there. They're choosing.
Oh, they weren't going anywhere.
They're not leaving. They're not leaving.
Nah. Look at her on the floor. Look at the floor work. She's like, hello, boys. Look at all the clapping. They fucking loved it.
Oh, that's so fucking gold. That is.
They had to going on above and beyond. No, she was a total professional, Mel.
Looks
yeah, she does. She was deliberately booked by them from a reputable stripper agency. Exactly. And but people were upset, and they had to, and it was probably the families of the men that enjoyed the show who haven't visited the men for fucking 150 years, and now they're outraged.
Like the fucking kids go to see him anyway, let them have fun, let them enjoy.
So that was a bit of a special treat for the old boys.
Welcome back.
Walking straight into that. But it could be a good opportunity for all of us. I think we should all start going in and stripping. I mean, why the hell not?
I don't know. You can do that.
She gave a really good show. I don't know if everyone was happy, but someone, leaked the video and shit hit the fan. But they were all clapping like that with so much joy.
That was joyful.
Actually, Mel was commenting about the nurses. They'll probably just get nurses to do it in future because it might stay,
That's a bit unprofessional.
What goes on, I don't think who knows. But all the boys get it or take it off. Exactly, they were having a ball. But the batshit bit was that they were forced to apologise, and they did, bless their cotton socks. So that one, what do we call that one?
Strip to the
Well, hey,
oldies.
Mojo. Oh, Mojo Jojo's waving. Hello, gorgeous.
Yeah, I said hi before.
Yeah. And I think she's just waving back. I think Biden's in that wheelchair. Yeah. Let them enjoy
With his
their
aviators
twilight
on.
years. Blue's warped Australian humour got her in trouble this week, laughing at certain things but not saying anything. Oh, Blue, you're one of those people that goes, I've got a really funny joke. And then you're like, but I'm not going to tell it. All right. I know I've got some gossip, but I'm not going to, not that I like gossip, but I've got a secret. I'm not going to tell you. Next time, no cameras allowed. Exactly. What do we call that one, Finn?
Strippers for the oldies, maybe.
Strippers for the. That should be a new month. If I ever run for Parliament, I'm going to run under the Strippers for the Oldies party. That's going to be my only policy.
Competing directly against the Greens. Oh my God.
Biden's wet dream. Thanks, Blue. Please do. Call it fuck yeah. Well, we're already shadow banned.
Yeah, don't worry about me, Blue. You don't need to tell me. That's fine. I see how it is. All right.
Finn. All right,
Are
what
we
have you got,
ready
Grover?
for the last video I got here? This one is even worse than the last one. Are you ready?
Sure.
Yeah, this is going to blow your mind, Tori. So
Okay.
these are woke people educating us on something new. You ready for this? You ready for this one, Tori?
Do they identify as donuts?
Oh, you're about to find out. You're about to
Okay.
find out.
Donuts? Those are so bad for you. Oh no, are they moldy? I mean, are they poisoned? Are you allergic? No, I'm just saying. You're judging my food
You're judging my food choices.
choices based on a false standard of donuts. Those are so bad for you. Oh no, are they moldy? I mean, are they poisoned? Are you allergic? No, I'm just saying. You're judging my food choices based on a false standard of health again, aren't you? Guilty.
Diet culture, fat phobia, and systems of oppression have created false hierarchies of food, and it shows up
false hierarchies of food, Tori. False hierarchies of food.
everywhere.
For instance, harmful thought patterns like earning food through exercising, or that dessert is the reward for the punishment of eating vegetables.
Remember that you do not need to earn food.
Well, no, help! Stop! I want a donut. I need a donut.
Oh,
It
watch this
works.
chick's eyes. This chick's eyes do something real weird when she's talking. I don't know what the fuck's going on here.
We're all incorrectly taught from a young age that our size and therefore the foods that we eat are markers of our self-worth. Moralizing food can lead to harmful relationships with food and disordered eating.
Instead of focusing on good and bad choices, try to approach food with neutrality in mind.
The only foods that are bad for you are foods that contain allergens, poisons, and contaminants, or food that is spoiled or is otherwise inedible.
Eat without guilt, regardless of what society says.
Donut.
So now you can't mislabel food, Tori. You can't mislabel the food. That's where we're at. That's a new level of woke for you.
No,
How you like that?
stop the planet. I want to get off.
Hey, don't you put that food hierarchy on me, all right? I love it at the beginning too.
There were so many words.
Too, which is like, you're judging my food choices.
Yeah, but then the reason for it wasn't things like, well, donuts are bad for you. It went into this whole thing about eating desserts as punishment for eating vegetables, and what the fuck? No, I'm getting off. Get me off this planet right now. I'm done.
Oh my god! Can we watch it
I
one more time?
can't.
What do you reckon?
Yeah, because I mean, the last remnant of a brain cell I have in my head, just kill it. Kill it with the rest.
Let's kill it.
Oh my god.
Share the video to us. Let's watch it one more time.
I am sharing. I'm just mustering up the courage to hit add to stream. Just give me one more second. Hang on. Give me strength.
Moldy? I mean, are they poisoned? Are you allergic? No, I'm just saying. You're judging my food choices based on a false standard of health again, aren't you? Guilty.
Guilty.
What's that?
This woman, I don't understand because she's using words together in a natural way, but also I don't know what it is, but it sounds like she's got a dick in her mouth while she's talking. It took me ages. Originally, I thought I'd read the captions because it's not English, and then I was like, no, she's just one of those people who sounds like she's talking with a dick in her mouth.
It's probably a donut, Tori. How dare you judge her?
And systems of oppression have created false hierarchies of
system of oppression.
False hierarchies of oppression.
Food, and it shows.
We're talking about food here. Food
up everywhere.
For instance, thought patterns like earning food through exercising, or that dessert is the reward for the punishment of eating vegetables.
Remember that you do not need to earn food.
We are all incorrectly taught from a young age that our size, and therefore the foods that we eat, are markers of our self-worth. Moralizing food can lead to harmful relationships with food and disordered eating.
Instead of focusing on good and bad choices, try to approach food with neutrality in mind.
The only foods that are bad for you are foods that contain allergens, poisons, and contaminants. Or
and they're spoiled or they're inedible.
Yep.
It's so dumb. It's so dumb.
Yeah, I mean, inedible food generally can't be eaten. Oh my God, Finn. Wow.
How dare you, Tori?
Which bit?
Oh, that cracked me up. That cracked me up so
much.
No,
the dick in the mouth.
I couldn't stop watching it.
Food, glorious.
Systems of oppression, Tori. How dare we use systems of oppression for food?
I'm so fucking over all of this fucking shit. I'm so over
I can't believe it hasn't collapsed yet. How is it still going? How is it still going?
Oh my God. They just
Where
can't.
is it going to get to?
Well, because they're fucking with everything, Finn. And you think about how many things make up everything. Like, this is going to go on for years. And slowly they're just chipping away at the joyful, free, simple, go with the flow lifestyles we've all enjoyed on this planet. And they're just going to make it a fucking head fuck for fucking everyone. And that's what I said. I'm glad, and I said this to my neighbors and friends today at lunch I'm glad I'm in the second half of my life because I can't imagine being like a citizen living in a country with these fuckers in the government running the show.
I hope you weren't using any sort of system of suppression at your lunch today, Tori.
I was using a hierarchy of, what was it, judgment? Like, seriously, imagine working for one of these folks or living in a country where they're all members of parliament.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Like, praise be, they're not going to catch up to my ancient generation. They will never reach us. Yeah. But they are slowly fucking with every semblance of a pleasant, simple lifestyle that we've all enjoyed for 50 plus years. They just
any remnants of sanity is just being destroyed slowly and slowly.
It's fucking insane. And I think the best thing is for us to just, you know what? I'm not putting a woke anything in the show next week because I'm starting to think the best way to handle them is to completely fucking ignore them.
No. That's how they get bigger. We have to laugh at them to show them they're ridiculous.
They will never see it that way. They will never see it that way.
I think if they see the entire internet laughing at them, you know, if we're not the only ones doing it, obviously. So the more people that laugh at them that they can see might help them wake up to it. If we ignore them, then they'll just get worse and worse and worse.
But the entire internet isn't laughing at them because they know that they're just going to end up arguing with them forever. And it's never going to stop.
It'll stop when the stories get too ridiculous. Like when every single person is like, you've lost the plot. At that point, then it'll topple. But I mean, I don't even think we're halfway there yet. I think the stories are going to get way more crazier than this. This is the beginning. It's not even halfway yet. You know, we're in the early stages of this.
Which is why I feel I just want to pull the cord on it now and just fly free, motherfuckers. They're not. I don't want to. Yeah, they're already taking up too much of my thinking time, and they really shouldn't, because I don't care about any of it. If they want to overcomplicate their lives and make everything this sort of contentious hot topic, it's on them. Off you go. Fuck yous. I'll just sit out on my deck with my wine, listen to the waves crashing on the beach, and pretend none of you exist.
That's what after the show's for. During the show, we get to laugh at these people.
Now, I know you said we could only do 8 stories, and this isn't a contender, but...
Well, we have gone over the hour limit already.
It's only 1 hour and 5 minutes in. It's just inappropriate. Is it too soon? I don't know. This is just a quick little sight gag, purely the headline, and then I'm going to end it. Prince Andrew put in charge of corgis due to his vast experience with grooming. Too soon?
Did you see the during the march? There was people on the sidelines screaming out like "fuck you, pedo" and all this shit as he was walking past. Yeah, and then they got escorted off. Yeah, apparently it was almost the whole way he was walking. Random people just shouting it out. You're a pedo, fuck you, pedo, all this shit.
Yeah,
they do not like him. Which fair enough. He went to Epstein Island 10 times. 10 times.
No. And stop. I said I was going to do it really quickly. Like, yes, you've made your point. Right. Let's get on with the voting. I am going to do. That was just a tiny little sight gag because I thought that headline was beautifully written.
That was pretty funny.
Even though the reality behind it is horrific. Okay, so summary. Here we go, guys. And when I hit, I agree, he does deserve it, Savannah. But it is batshit, and we're about to vote for the winner of the Golden Batsh medal. So the first story was Jesus was the first person to play cricket ever. Yeah, sure was. The second one is white people, but the article didn't really go into any detail to explain why, but we're completely and only responsible for climate change. We had the Wokey of the week. I can't actually remember her name, but she identified as, what was it, a threat, a nightmare, and a goddess. So bow down to her hole punch nostril. Then we had Molly Golightly taking woodwork classes in high school. The teacher. This teacher who rocked up with the biggest fake tartars and looked like Molly Golightly. Number 5 was Who's Your Baby Daddy? The girl, the 19-year-old Brazilian girl that gave birth to twins with 2 different baby daddies.
19 and already having a threesome. Out of control. Good on her.
Well, see, she's living the dream. I bet she doesn't give a fuck about pronouns. She just gives a fuck about fucking. We had the Biden vampire squid fossil, the Bidini. We had strippers for the oldies, and we had food, glorious food, now also been thrown under the woke bus. So here is vote now. Mel, did you like the Andrew headline? Yeah, I don't know if that's what you're laughing at, but it was gold. It was well written, whoever wrote that. Okay. You've had a shit day. Don't go blue. At least vote.
You haven't even voted. How dare you?
Yeah, don't vote. And the show's nearly over, and if we didn't brighten your day a little bit, well, surely we must have.
Yeah.
Stripper for the oldies. Stripper gets a vote.
What's one? She went straight for one.
She's gone for Jesus Christ. No, well, the Jesus Christ played cricket was kind of batshit.
I feel like she just put one down as a shit answer.
Oh, you've gone for foodies. We love you, Blue. Hopefully tomorrow's a better day, gorgeous.
Yeah.
Look, and you're getting Huglies from Ruth as well. Mel's gone the stripper. Yep. The apology for the stripper was batshit. Ruth is also voting for the stripper. Oldies get a hard on from why? Oh, it's gone way up front.
Landslide.
I am. think it was quite the show. I mean, so many stories could have won. But are there any more people voting? No, that's probably about it, I reckon, Finn.
Yeah.
So it's the stripper for the oldies. Should we just whack them on for one last bit of glory?
Let's do it. That was fucking gold.
It was gold. And was it the award goes to Taiwan? I think that could quite possibly be the first story from Taiwan that has won the Golden Batsh medal.
We're very globalist here, Tori. Very sharing the love.
Mel's getting controversial at the end. We're not going down that road either. It was Taiwan, not Thailand. But what a show, Finn. I bet you're keen to head to Bedfordshire.
I'm getting pretty tired, yeah. But
so
great show, Tori.
Great show, Finn. What is the likely date and time we will be convening next
Thursday
week?
morning. Thursday morning? Same time?
Possibly not. I have an appointment next Thursday morning. It is the National Day of Mourning.
Is it?
Australia's got a public holiday next Thursday.
Oh, I don't do public holidays.
No, but the general public who do are getting a public holiday this Thursday. So I don't work on Thursdays, as you know. It's just my day off. But I have an appointment at 11. Would we be over by then? And I've got like 45 minutes to get to the appointment.
Well, it's what time now? 10? You should be able to make it. It's an hour away.
10 p.m.
All right, guys, tune in.
We'll work it out. Yeah, we'll work it out. I forgot we're still live. We'll work it out, and we'll see you next week for sure. Sometime, somewhere. Bye, everybody.
Love you. Bye. How good's that music?
I think I lost my virginity to